A great machine of some sort. Its size alone speaks of untold power.
Am I going the right way? This way?
Password.
Grap.
Entry denied.
I don't think grab was the password.
A defense mechanism for Greven's pod.
Password.
Grenadier.
Enter.
Ah. Ooh.
Greven's tools.
That's what we needed, right?
Wonder if Graven has any good crystals.
Uh-oh.
And now, our breaking story this evening. During a helicopter sweep in the search for another missing child in the troubled remote community of Warrendale, authorities were startled to discover what appears to be a gigantic insect hive attached to Mount Sanitarium close to the ancient mechanical ruins. Details are sketchy at this point, but some sources have estimated that the visible portion of the hive is only a small part of the greater whole. More details on this breaking story as it develops. In an attempt to halt the infestation of the insect horde that is sweeping across our nation, leading entomologist Gromna will lead a team to infiltrate and examine the ever-growing hive. When asked why he was risking his own life on this mission, Gromna simply replied that he was willing to sacrifice anything to stop the infestation. When he heard the news, President Agris said, "Gromna is truly a great man, and we all wish him much success." Today, the nation breathed a collective sigh of relief as word from Gromna finally reached our closest outpost to the hive. Gone for months and presumed dead, it turns out that Gromna's team is not only alive, but they have found a method to slow the horde's infestation. Remaining near the hive, the team will continue their research in an attempt to stop the horde.
Hi, Graven. I guess you're not in. You must be out helping Gromna save the world or something. I just wanted to tell you that I love you, and I miss you. And I really look forward to you coming back to me soon. Goodbye, sweetheart.
A sledgehammer should come in handy.
ID confirmed. Home Guard class, Sector 7. Proceed.
Not so many. Slow down. Too many in the machine will overheat.
Insect is hooked up to a machine, and the levers must control the furnace. Ugh, I can hardly stand to look at these beasts. This pipe has been fixed recently, though not too well.
You can fix anything with a big hammer.
Stop the bellows. Feel the pipe. To continue pumping with that damage would overheat the furnace.
Here. That would harm even me. With that bug gone, I can reach the controls. I'll shut down this abominable furnace. This is more complex than I imagined. There appear to be many controls, all interrelated.
But
The mechanized arm survived the fire. I wonder if it can be used against them beasts. This is more complex than I imagined. There appear to be many controls, all interrelated.
We got this one and this one. It turned green. And Bob Drummond.
Genocide today, monsters. No more embers will be delivered now. I'm certain I'll find Graven resting in his pod.
I'll find Graven resting in his pod. Alright, that. Hello, that was a clue. We gotta go to Graven's house. I sure hope he has tea ready. Hello.
There you are. I was beginning to get worried. I thought something terrible might happen to you at the furnace. Especially since your memory is gone.
No, I don't remember much of anything. I wouldn't even know my own name if you hadn't told me.
Every Cyclopean child knows the name of Grimwall. You're the great hero of the War of the One.
War of the One? Can you tell me about it?
Oh my. You are confused, aren't you? The War of the One was a pivotal point in the history of our people. For years, we had fought the insectoids, neither side gaining ground as the planet was ravaged by countless battles. The Makers, creators of all and of nothing, watched silently for many years before taking action. They spoke to the leaders of both sides through grand visions, declaring that there was to be one final battle for supremacy. The victor would rule the planet, and the defeated race would be forced underground, never to return to the surface again.
We won?
Yes, thanks to you. You destroyed nearly a third of the troops, all by yourself.
If we won, then why are these things back above ground?
No one really knows. Actually, no one really believed the story of the War of the One, or thought that there were any insectoids. Until now.
That evil machine will be silent for a while.
Evil? It's just a furnace, isn't it?
The thing was burning children, Graven. Cyclopean children.
What? But how can this be? Gromna would never allow such a thing to happen.
Gromna? That's the name the bugs were using at the furnace. They said he's giving the orders to burn the children's bodies.
That's absurd. He's my mentor. A brilliant entomologist. He'd never...
What?
Entomologist. He's our foremost specialist on insects. That's why the Peace Council chose him for this mission.
Mission? What mission? What the hell is going on here?
We were sent here to examine this hive a few months ago. We were captured, but Gromna convinced the Queen to put aside her plans of conquest and negotiate a peace treaty. Since then, it's been peaceful for both sides. In fact, tomorrow is the day that both leaders will meet to sign the treaty.
That's absurd.
I tell you it's true, Graven. Something is terribly wrong here, and I think that this Gromna person is somehow involved. You must help me.
I'm sorry, but I can't. Not unless you have some physical proof to back up these wild accusations.
Very well. If proof is what you want, then that's what you'll get. Graven, TikTok requires authorization to upgrade my ID harness. Who can do that?
Normally, Gromna is the only one who can authorize such upgrades. But with the increased activity in the Queen's chambers, he remains there almost exclusively. I think we can fool TikTok if I make my position sound important enough.
What should I say?
Tell him that your authorization comes from Graven, protege of Gromna, honorable assistant to Her Majesty. That should do it.
Gotta go back to TikTok.
Take my advice. That harness you're wearing won't get you past every security device. You might want to see the cyber technician for an upgrade.
Eve of Retribution?
Are your memory pathways in need of service? The Eve of Retribution is known by us all. About tomorrow, we will return to our rightful position as the dominating race of the planet.
Under the guise of peace, we shall collect the debt that has been unpaid for decades.
What plan do you speak of?
Your memory banks must be fluctuating. Gromna has seen the error of his kind's ways, and has come to aid us in our desire for revenge. With his gift of cybernetics, we shall once again rule the surface.
How will this gift aid us? Are we not mighty enough to conquer the Cyclops without them?
Without the speed of cybernetics, we would be vulnerable to the nuclear fire which the enemy controls, incinerated before we even reach the city. But with the aid of cybernetics, we will be swarming within the walls of the capital before their hands can even reach the launch button. The dawn will bring the age of the insectoid. It is inevitable.
I require my ID harness to be upgraded.
Upon whose authorization will I grant this procedure?
Graben, protege of Gromna, honorable assistant to Her Majesty.
Graben. Hold while I search my databanks for confirmation. My records indicate that Graben is the assistant to Gromna. However, his authorization alone is not enough. I will need to verify that you are of sufficient age to be placed within the Royal Guard. Proceed to limb scanner for positive age identification.
Limb scanner? That's over here, right?
Some kind of scanning unit. The opening is far too small for my arm.
Maybe if we use...
Furnace operator's mechanical limb.
Age requirements verified. Upgrade authorized. Step forward to have ID harness upgraded. Prepare for upgrade treatment.
Treatment? What treatment?
A treatment. They found a way to slow down the disease. It says here that a Dr. Morgan was ultimately responsible for developing the DNAV treatment. Didn't you study with the Dr. Morgan back in med school?
I was still a sophomore when he earned his doctorate.
Well, the treatment's called HOPE. It's supposed to decelerate the growth of the DNAV, almost doubling the lifespan of affected children.
The Aztecs found a way to survive the plague of Quetzalcoatl without conventional modern medicine. Well, hey, if Morgan is close to a cure, a true cure, then maybe he can use another set of hands. Maybe it's time to pack up here and go home.
What in the name of the Maker?
Onward.
Royal Guard class confirmed. Enter.
Yes!
Yeah. Ooh.
This Cyclops is half bug.
Oh.
By the Maker! These are Cyclops babies!
Oh no, not the Cyclops babies.
Dr. Morgan? What test is this?
Ah, Max. You're just in time. This is a test of the subject's threshold. The serum will travel directly to the neurotransmitters of the brain and without actually harming the monkey, cause it to feel excruciating pain all over its body.
What? That's not an experiment! It's torture! What possible purpose?
When you outrank me in lab years, Max, you can question the methods. I see the potential fruits of our research, and that justifies the means. A valuable lesson in scientific research, Max. In layman's terms, you can't make an omelet without breaking a few eggs.
don't understand. I'll burn all of these grubs before I leave here. If allowed to mature, these vile insectoid grubs would overrun the world. A tube or tunnel of some sort. I wonder how it can be activated. No, my strength will break the bottle. I need something to cut it free.
Something to cut it free.
An insectoid pincher. The edges are sharp.
He smacked it. Okay, Gavin won't believe what we tell him. Maybe he'll believe what we show him.
A cyclops.
Here, have a baby.
I brought you the proof you asked for, Grabbit. Are you going to help me?
By the Makers. Yes, of course. I suppose we should search Gromna's pod. Come on. I have his globe code.
Hold on. Hello?
What's the globe code, Grabbit?
Immortal.
Immortal.
That's the word to unlock the door.
Well, of course we do.
Password.
Immortal.
Enter.
Uh-huh. Automatically went in that time.
What are those?
They appear to be schematics of some kind. Judging by the shape and general mass, I'd say they were diagrams of the Great Machine.
Great Machine? What's that?
It's the huge round piece of machinery that sits on the edge of the hive. Some say it was left there by the Makers themselves. Others think that it's a power source of some type. It used to emit a weird humming noise, but now it remains silent.
What?
According to these notes, 2 parts may have been removed to aid the insectoids. I need to visit the Great Machine and see for myself.
He needs to go see for himself. Alright, anyway.
Mutilated grubs. What is Gromna doing with them? A locked cabinet. I suspect that the traitor keeps something important within. Grab. A locked
Grab.
cabinet. I suspect that the traitor keeps something important within. This pillow appears to be rather lumpy.
Ooh, a lumpy pillow.
Aha! A key.
I hate lumpy pillows. Ah, a key.
Grab. A locked cabinet.
Oh, come on.
I suspect
We know you have a key. Use it.
a key.
Gotta keep getting out of the way.
A control device. It seems to be generating an odd sound. Gromna's notes. They say that a sound generator will open the worm transport tube. Gromna's notes. They say that a sound generator will open the worm transport tube.
Sound generator. Okay. Alright. We gotta go to the